on the ABC, we have to mention the decision to axe TV show The Drum, which I have to say I have mixed opinions about. The show was rubbish, yes, but it's not as bad as what the ABC is doing on social media. They literally published a video of a woman drinking human breast milk because they thought it would get clicks. Now, my concern is they are investing in the wrong spots. The Drum should have been fixed up and properly produced rather than axed. And it is absurd that TikTokers are getting taxpayer funds to produce memes, and the ABC can't even get a proper producer to produce a current affairs program. Sophie, I really want to get your thoughts on this. We might disagree. I know that you've got no love for The Drum, but in my opinion, it was infinitely better than the direction that the ABC seems to be wanting to go in.
Look, Jack, a couple of points. Firstly, it's never good that people lose their jobs, and people have lost their jobs as a result, and I don't wish that on anyone. So can I please point that out? Secondly, the Drum show was so skewed one way. It was stacked with left-leaning commentators. Now, you're right. The premise of the show to debate big issues of the day is actually very good. But unfortunately, and this is what happens at the ABC, they get in partisan people. They're always skewed heavily left. There's always stacked heavily left. We see that on Q&A. So rather than setting up a fair debate with, half and half, differing views, you end up getting a panel where pretty much everyone is in agreement, bar one token conservative on the end. And, they've got content on there that's complete rubbish. One of the professors from New South Wales University, Noreen Young, was on there talking about how terrible it was that men eat white bread, and they're Anglo men that do so. I mean, this is the inane content where they're so out of touch with reality that viewers just tune out. But I advise anyone who was watching The Drum and doesn't have a show to watch at 6 o'clock at night now, come over and watch Sky.
Oh, Credlin is on at 6 o'clock at night. Credlin is brilliant.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, Kel, Sophie raises a lot of good points. When I'm looking at this story, it just makes me think that there is an admission by the ABC that they don't have the capability to put on a current affairs show which is mainstream and will be consumed by mainstream viewers. Obviously, it suffered a linear broadcast audience drop, and that's what they've blamed it on. But the solution surely cannot just be, well, we'll move to TikTok where we can produce these inane videos. Does that make sense?
They don't understand. They really don't understand. I was a panellist on The Drum only once, and I actually got a phone call from someone saying, we really need a conservative on The Drum. That was my brief.
I've had the same phone call.
Exactly.
They wanted a token conservative.
Exactly. So you were the token conservative. I was the token conservative, and I had three hard left-wingers, and I argued with all three of them, and I was never asked back again. Now, I didn't look at the social media stuff afterwards. My wife did, and she said, you're not going to look at this, and she just killed it all because it was vile. It was really abusive. They were deliberately pitching to the hard left. I know people on the left like talking about the hard right, and they don't like to admit a hard left exists. It wasn't just a left-wing show. It wasn't just an unbalanced show. It was a hard left show. It was extreme left. That's the people it was pitching to, as I discovered, or my wife discovered for me, from the social media. Now, you can't say we're going on mainstream media, we're going transmitted on free-to-air television, we're going to do a program targeting the hard left. The problem is they probably didn't realise that's what they were doing.
The problem is a lot of people on the hard left think that they're centrist.
That's right.
It's a huge problem.